Just, you know, try and let me know if anything's gonna go wrong, right? I'll see what I could do.
You gonna resuscitate me, Anders?
Yes. You know, someone tweeted me earlier that people were saying kiss cam in the chat, even though we're, you know, just doing Pro League. So let's not have any kind of mouth-to-mouth action here, and let's just see if we can continue keep this as clean as possible, really. We do have the dual elites picked up on Rain. First thing catching my eye here, and a bit of a stack over at the B-bomb site. So probably Faze thinking, well, we have a bit of a clue about what's going on. Kiyoshima could have maybe treated himself to a free kill then. I wonder if Astralis... Now they've sort of been halfway found out here, but it looked like they wanted to make some noise here and then potentially run for B eventually.
That seems like it's part of the plan. Nades are going out now. There's still a man spotting on the corner, though. That's Kiyoshima. And so they will eventually wrap their way back around over towards the A site, Astralis. Oh, interesting decision on their part. They actually wanted to make this work. Kerrigan is going to be setting it up. It's all a fake on this B site, and this is keeping 3 players locked over here for Faze. And in the meantime, he calls for the rotate onto the A site, and it works perfectly. Xyp9x starts off strong by taking out Rain.
And he even had 2 pistols. Ooh, what a shot. Kiyoshima turning around in middle. He seems really dialed in here, which is good news because the bomb is down and it's a 4-on-4 full retake here. And I think Rain even had the kit. No, he can't even have the kit. No one had a kit here on Faze. That's really reckless. Now they're going to be in an awful position. Even if they're a man up here, it's going to be tricky. And Dupree, with that kill, making it very tough. All they need to do is hide and buy time. And Dupree, not the best to hide and seek right now. That's a little bit better. Kerrigan and Jacob one-on-one. The bomb is planted in the worst possible position. I also hate people who plant in this position, but Kerrigan, so much time without the kit here, and he's going to just run in. Wow. Triple kill for him, and that will be the round. And again, just to reiterate, don't ever plant in that corner.
Because it literally kills Anders one small piece of himself at a time.
Yeah, I cannot deal with it. The only thing that will make me more angry than people planting in that corner is people plant in that corner and then put some guy in apartments who's supposed to try and save the round, even though he cannot shoot the guy who's behind the box.
I mean, it's actually pretty rare to see them do that these days, though. So I'll give them that. I'll give them that. But yeah, you're right. That is a horrible place to plant the bomb. Regardless, it will be the buy coming in here for Astralis, and they're just actually going all the way through, straight wrap. It's not the veggie wrap. This is the Crunch Wrap Supreme. And it's just going to go barreling onto the side. Xyp9x opens it up on Kiyoshima. That's the pit cleared out. But the rotation has come through, and it's going to be up to Kerrigan to hold the line. And it looks like he's doing pretty good so far. 2 kills for him. He can spot the other one as well. There's the 3rd. And the 4th, making it nice and neat. Good balanced round number.
What I actually like about this round is that Rain was playing in Boiler, and they saw him peek the corner, and they just put up a smoke and ran past him. They just ignored him. They're just like, whatever, just play that corner. We're just going to continue. So that was some good speed and no respect at all actually being shown from Astralis' side. Faze, they don't have armor, just USPS all across the board, not a single upgraded pistol. So both Cajun and Dupree should just be given free reign to do whatever they want with these MAC-10s.
Yeah, at this point, Device is going to get the drop. Faze is stacked on the B, so I mean, we'll see if they can actually pull this off. That is Jacob. He's the sacrificial lamb. He's there to tempt the T-Rex that is Astralis into the trap, but it doesn't look like Astralis are going to take that bait. The bomb is waiting over here at A, and they're currently scouting it out. Not seeing anybody on A might be enough of a signal here for Astralis to start heading over here and actually get that bomb plant down. I'm just thinking that Astralis are going to be a totally different beast, right? You know, Dust 2 looked like it took them a little while to wake up, but once they did, they came in with a really solid, 10 rounds in a row on CT side, locked down the map, did everything right. So coming on to T side Inferno, which is a much more technical map, which is going to be a weakness for Faze. Yeah, got to be feeling the Danes here.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, especially with Kiyoshima being so new to the roster and Astralis being so good on this map in general. Well, Dupree gets 1 kill, Kerrigan with a good follow-up. Bit of a shame that it's the AK getting all the frags here, but still, they're winning the round, and I don't think they'll matter. They'll mind too much here. AC picking up 1 kill, actually a follow-up as well. They lose 3 men in this round, Astralis, which is just a bit too much, I'd say.
Yeah, that was a bit excessive. They keep 2 AKs alive at least, but yeah, losing 3, it's a little bit much. Means that they're gonna have to tap a bit too much into that bank. So not ideal for Astralis, considering you want to maintain that economy for as long as possible. And Faze, well, after those round of ecos, they will actually be able to get a pretty healthy buy, all things considered. Fox, with those pistol kills, means that he has quite a bit more to work with. Full Kevlar for him, flash smoke to work with as well, on top of that AWP. So, all things considered, Faze have actually got a pretty solid buy going into this 4th round. And Fox, well, here's the BDP. It's time to go for the big plays here. Look for the aggressive peek, and he gets the timing just barely off a split second later, and that would have worked.
Device is on the other side, sort of creeping in there. Fox also has a little bit of backup in Jacob with that M4. Going to go for the shot once again, but not connecting, and he's still sticking around. Oh, there's the shot. Device actually getting a bit eager and trying to jump into that angle, so good early start here for Faze.
And no way for Cajun to reply. So that's a little frustrating for sure here for Astralis. They give up a kill for free. That's the last thing they want. Ideally, they carry over this 4th round and just get a nice healthy 5 rounds to start off this half, but it's not looking too hot here considering they're a man down. So it's going to come down to the call here from Kerrigan, which is usually the case. They expect the magical call to come through to change all things, to make it happen for the team.
These smokes Cajun are setting up, I think, are going to end up over at the archway, so not too bad if they can make the full wrap. The problem is there are 2 people near the pit here, and if they see what's coming early enough, they'll be able to buy time. And I don't know, 25 seconds here. This is really a bit of a mad round coming out of Astralis. I don't think you could realistically hope to win a round like this. All it takes is one unlucky kill, and the round is going to be done. Kiyoshima, though, smoked off for the moment. They do have a lot of Molotovs left. 4, in fact, still on Astralis' team. Kiyoshima going to get that one. He wanted to trade. AZ and Reyna there to help out. That could have been scary. And Dupree sneaking into Archway, the AK in hand, and he's going to go down after the time has run out, I think.
That was right on the edge, wasn't it? And I don't know if he actually had 4,300 at the beginning of the round. I think he died literally right before it ticked over.
Yeah, that's so close. So that was a bit of a stretch, I would say. Try and go for it that late in the round. And also they had 4 Molotovs. I mean, obviously those 4 Molotovs are amazing if you put the bomb down, but maybe try and use them to get into the bomb site.
Well, T-Sat, I'm kind of curious. Well, let's see. Regardless, it is going to be an aggressive mid play coming out here from Faze. They just go barreling down. They get the smoke down to block off pit, and they manage to trade 1 for 1. So far, so good. Great flash from Rain to set up and take out Dupree before he can get back into the apartments. And with that, Faze fall back to the sites. They've done their job. They got the aggression out there, and they actually made it work in the end.
A bit of a scary situation, though. Easy to get trapped in middle, even as a CT, if you push down too far. If you don't also control the second mid. Device doesn't have a rifle, but he will pick up one off of the ground. So 4 versus 3, this is still doable. I think we've pointed this out so many times, but whenever you are a man down on the T side, that B-bomb side is just always going to be a little bit more tempting. Fox on the corner with the AWP flash, not going to touch him at all, and this is a great angle for him to hold. It's even a bit of an off angle. He's a little bit further out than you normally would be. Device just doesn't see it coming, so good play from Fox.
Beautiful start so far. Well, Cajun, where's the peak? There it is. The Fox peak comes right on out from Coils, and actually, great recovery here on Faze's side. Completely shutting out Astralis from that round. Going for the big aggression. This is what they did on Dust 2. They were going for the big plays. Fox tried to make it happen in the 4th round with the peek into Banana. It actually was successful in the end, hanging around, holding those lines. But then, with the aggressive push into mid, that was really solid work. So, I mean, now, what's it going to be? That's the question here for Astralis. Apart from just the eco round that's obvious to everyone right now that's happening, what is their decision to, how do they actually choose to handle this aggression that's coming out from Faze in the next round, in the 7th round, when they'll be able to afford to buy again?
I would love to see Astralis continue with some of the speed that they were coming into some of the anti-eco rounds with, you know? Get up to the middle, try and see if you can't essentially catch them off guard. Not that many people actually tried that on Inferno, and there's a good reason for it. Obviously, you cannot really rush Banana just because you're always going to get counter-grenaded. So it's too much of a risk, really. Middle, you probably could, but people don't really like to go for it. You know, rather try sort of standard setup. But maybe if you're quick enough about it, you could try and catch someone. Especially if you put up that smoke, and they're not going to be able to see it. AZ gets tagged a little bit, but yeah, because this slow style so far, they haven't been winning that many duels here on the T side.
Hasn't really been setting itself up nicely for them. Kiyoshima and AZ doubling up on short, and it looks like they want to go for the boost. So again, running through the whole gamut of different CT setups here. This is a different one. Kiyoshima, he's going to be the one with eyes to look over the smokes if they do decide to go for the wrap. And that it is looking like what Astralis might want to do. I mean, the smokes are going to go into short. Incendiaries are going to go down. Now Kiyoshima turns away, just trying to dodge the flashes. And he will get one spray, but he's a little bit late on it. And Dupree can trade effectively. AZ not going to get anything past that either. And Rain, will he get lucky? He will find the shot on Cajun, who just decides to recklessly push through that smoke. So Cajun hoping to catch somebody off guard. It doesn't work. And now it's a 3-on-3 retake scenario here for Faze.
Yeah, especially because Cajun could have probably gone back to middle and just stayed alive for the rest of that round, and it would have been way more beneficial to his team. But Sip, with that kill on Fox, is going to be helping out his team quite a bit now. Rain and Jacob left, 2 versus 3. This is quite an important round for FaZe. They're only just getting back into the game here. They can't let Astralis already get a 4th round. Rain realizes something is up. He Jacob with the Molotov, but is not going to be put to good use here. He's going to be all alone, takes down one. Out of bullets and trapped in the corner, going to be putting up a smoke to try and see if he can escape. But the round obviously going to be Astralis here, there's no doubt about that. And Jacob, barely going to make it out, it seems.
Nobody saw that. Nobody saw you get stuck on the wall there. That's all good. You made it. Or did he? Yeah, device can't get there fast enough. So yeah, the save happens and he actually managed to survive the round. FaZe will be able to buy up again. And while FaZe now, what is the other option they can go for? They can go for 3 in Banana. They haven't really done that. They've been putting Fox over there with the AWP early on, just putting him and Jacob together. I haven't really seen them go for the all-out aggression in Banana. But it does actually, it looks like it's a quad peek. It's a quad play on A, and Fox is holding aggressive in mid. So this is one way of changing it. Fox has been holding top Banana with that AWP quite a bit lately. So for him to go over to mid is a shift that might catch Astralis off guard. Or Device will just shut him down 1v1. Nicely done there by Device, reacting in time.
Real shame, because Jacob started off that round hitting a monstrous grenade on Device, right? So he was already low, so even if that was a leg shot or something coming through from Fox, that would have probably worked out for them. Now, that's obviously a bit unnerving. They still have the 3-1 setup with Jacob alone at top Banana there. I'm not a big fan of his position, though. There is no getting back from behind sandbags here. So either he just duels them and gets at least... Well, he has to get 3 kills to make this work. Even if he gets 2, it's not enough. So if he trades 2 for 1, they probably still lose the round. 3 or more and we're golden. But he can't obviously make it out of that corner. And I don't know. If he was holding next back to the sort of the further back corner, at least he would get a second chance at a fight, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the idea. But right now, the fact that he is pushing up like this is telling him... I mean, it's basically allowing for the 3 players to just stay fixed on A. Rain. He is kind of thinking about coming up to Arch now. Footsteps. Jacob is hearing Cajun make some noise over here. 30 seconds left. And Astralis, they have to pull that trigger. And Jacob, he's only seeing the 1 man, and he wins the duel flat out. Rain is rotating, but that is a mistake because the push is coming in on A. Kiyoshima will pick up 1, but that's only a 1-for-1 trade. It's going to come down to AZ, and he gets nothing. And that's a real issue here because now there's a lot of work ahead of Rain and Jacob both.
He did so much damage. He put Carrigan on 1 health, and he just couldn't finish it. There's the headshot to kill him. Bit of an overkill even, but it's still a 2-on-2. They do have a kit on either player, but no smokes to cover the defuse, and that's going to make life really tough, and it's a much better plant this time. It's a default here, so Dupree should have a good chance. They still haven't even picked up any grenades off the ground, so it's going to make life really tough. There's the flash coming through. They're already defusing, and Dupree's going to be late. He gets both the kills, but FaZe are going to win the round, and Astralis is going to be very upset at that. They can... I think they should force up, because they got all the kills. It's almost ridiculous not to do it. The money for FaZe, even winning the round, is not going to be that good.
It's just cutting it so close. Zip is going to have to take a hit. He will get the Galil just barely there, and he has just enough for the nades. 2 guys only being able to rock any nades here in this round, whereas FaZe, of course, is the full buy on their side. So a little frustrating here for Astralis, and Dupree's definitely going to be kicking himself that he didn't prioritize the diffuser first, especially when the flash was successful. But it's a tough situation. You see the man, you get the kill, you want to make it, you want to turn it into that 1v1, so you can't really blame him too much. But now, I mean, there's still a golden opportunity here for Astralis, and Kiyoshima gives it away that he has a shotgun.
Going to be falling back into the site, doesn't want to challenge too much. Even though that Max 7 is great in those apartments, obviously. Really nice place to get some fights in. Bomb still very far back on the map as we do have a tight scoreline here, and Astralis is just looking for a way to get in there. Karrigan gets the early shot with the AK, and Kiyoshima really wanted to do that. So again, the early fight going in favor of Astralis is so bad when you're on the CT side for that to happen. They couldn't capitalize on it last time, though. Astralis will have to see if they can do it this time. They do have Jacob isolated in that corner. If they bring in a Molotov here, that's going to make life really tough on him. Rain going to go down. Dupree just clearing out the middle, and I guess that's one way of winning a round as well. AZ going to be dropped by Dupree for the third kill of the round for him. Nice shot from Fox, but it won't help them win the round.
That was sick. That was a really nice reaction shot coming in from Fox. But yeah, somehow Dupree is allowed to walk into an established crossfire and, you know, pick off one side, flip 180, take out the other. The timing just out of whack there for FaZe. They really needed to peek together in order to just remove Dupree instantly. That would have put Karrigan in a much more awkward spot. And yeah, it just would have made it much more difficult for us to all push onto that site. So great opening kills. I mean, that's just, you know, hard entry work right there for Dupree, and he gets the job done. And even gets treated to a little bit of a follow-up kill after that, right? Where he didn't have to be the first guy in. He got the second shot. So there's the shot from Fox. Now he's been spotted. Super quick reactions to pick off Dupree with the repeak, and now he's getting closed in on, but he should be able to survive. They will not be able to catch him in time. So again, an expensive round for Astralis, but they are successful in the end. They actually managed to get FaZe to a point where they might have to think about ecoing.
Yeah, very, very good job indeed. I mean, from Fox at the end of that round, it's just always such a weird feeling when you get all those kills at the end of a round and it's already lost, right? And this is a 5-4 scoreline, and if FaZe lose this round, then Astralis are just, they're not going to let their foot off the pedal at that point in time. Then things are going to get truly ugly. Fox actually going for a very aggressive style here. I almost wish he'd just kept running, but he's in a good position. Cajun on the other side with a Mac-10. There's going to be a leg shot coming through. Fox following up, and Rain is there. What a great trade. Now they need a little bit more, and they're not going to be able to get it. They will still have the AWP alive on 15 health here on Fox, and I mean, considering the equipment, this isn't such a bad trade for FaZe. Nice setup.
That actually worked out kind of nice, right? The leg on the one and then the kill on the other. That was in a weird kind of way. I mean, obviously getting both kills would be just pretty slick for Fox, just for the stats. But still, teamwork. He's a sharing guy, you know, believes in, you know, spreading the wealth, all that sort of stuff. Well, let's see. It is going to be the fake over towards the B site. Not a very convincing one. Jacob is just going to be like, all right, nobody's actually here. And so he's going to have a very quick flank into mid. In the meantime, Astralis, the remaining three, they're getting geared up to go towards A, where all of the defense is now collapsing on them. Not going to be the most fun round here for Astralis, especially seeing as how Jacob, he pulls the plug on Device.
Ooh, Fox. That looked like that shot was right at him. I have no idea how Dupree didn't get tagged there. That would have been his death as well. Bomb goes down. Karrigan in the pit here, and this is a really strong position. He even has a smoke, so he could probably buy some time. Yeah, that's going to make life a little bit tricky for FaZe. They want to try and get in here. He banks it right off that beam, and it's going to make life just a little bit rough here. Kiyoshima with a nice pick off on Dupree, and the bomb is planted inside. So if they actually get in, Karrigan has to then run out of the pit, and that's where the sort of balance of power changes a little bit here in the 1v2. Goes for the quick shot, takes down one. Karrigan, what an amazing flick coming out now. He has to get Kiyoshima as well. 17 bullets left looking for the shot. Kiyoshima will take him out, but he doesn't have a kit.
Oh, no. He's just going to try and save the op.
That is horrible. Astralis going to get the 6th round, but FaZe, they did pretty well that round again, but they're just not quite getting it.
Not coming through in the clutch, and that is just harrowing at this point that they come so close. What was that shot on the Jacob from Karrigan?
I don't know.
Just like, look at this. Again. He freaks out because he thinks he's getting flanked from Graveyard, which he was. And then it was like the wallbang shot on the Jacob. How?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, tip of the hat to that one for Karrigan. Another clutch goes Astralis' way. This again just wrecks FaZe's economy, but they continue to go for force buys, considering, you know, 1v1 clutch, not too bad. Jacob with the follow-up, nearly gets a follow-up headshot as well. He's just putting shots into the wall, and he will get 2 kills. That is the end of it, but still, he's done the damage.
That was in spite of a great Molotov from Astralis that didn't allow for Fox to help out Jacob. So he just did that all on his own. That's pretty disappointing if you're on Astralis' side here, because they had the Molotov to zone them out. That's one of the reasons why that Molotov is so good, isn't it? But over at the other side, it's 2 C-set 75s, which if you've been watching Counter-Strike before, you'll know that could be enough.
Mm-hmm. More than enough. They might as well be little mini machine guns. Let's see. I mean, Astralis have still got so much time. They shouldn't be risking anything by running through smoke. And this is the last smoke that Faze had. So Astralis, they've had success planting on that A site. They really have only been going A site, actually. So they're just going to keep rolling with that. Full flash on a Kerrigan, but there was a teammate there ready and waiting to watch his back. That was Dupree. So there will be no opening kill here for Faze to make life easier for them. Instead, they will peek out, and AZ nearly takes out Kerrigan, and that's the bomb confirmed as well. So the rotation will begin.
Good early start there, but Rain almost looked like he panicked a little bit. Sip again planting inside the bomb site. It's still a little bit better than behind that box, but maybe the default would have been even better once you have a guy up in apartments there. He still has to go quite far out on the balcony to take that fight, so they have a much easier time faking it out, but they might not even get to that again. They just have to try and save the AWP and run away, and it's the 7th round here for Astralis. Nothing is working for FaZe, even when it's working. Jacob starting that round off with 2 great Nova shotgun kills alone at top banana, and they can't finish the round.
I mean, it's going to be fantastic for his economy, for Jacob at least. 2 kills, $900 a pop, puts him up at 1850. And then with the loss bonus, I mean, he'll be able to go for a reasonable buy. Now's where they kind of have to like draw the line, though, right? They can't just force buy forever, FaZe. Eventually, they do have to take a round of eco to the face.
Or can they?
Well, Jacob, he's got another Nova.
I mean, Kiyoshima's still wearing the envy tag. Maybe he's feeding them, you know, some information. You know, there's one team I was on one time. We would just force buy all the time.
Yeah, and it worked.
We did win a major championship, so.
That reasoning.
Fox moving forward. Kiyoshima in the middle. If they had lined up for the deagle shot, it would have been beautiful, but that doesn't happen quite this time. And again, they put up the smoke on the corner and they just all rush towards the archway. So, bit of a death ball coming through here. Rain picking off one of the bunch, but still just way too much. And now, again, they would have to retake with a Nova shotgun, an AWP, and a 5.7. Not really the kind of equipment you're looking for. And Kerrigan in the corner takes away one of them. Decent job on Fox to do a bit of damage to the economy here, but I don't see them making this work. It's just too much.
It's not quite enough. And again, they should be backing off to just save this AWP. That's really all that matters right now for Faze. I mean, sack Rain. I mean, he's going to save an AK, so that's not too bad. He saves the AK, Fox saves the AWP. They can chuck those around, and then they actually get a reasonable buy in the next round phase. But this has got to be just incredibly frustrating for FaZe. They cannot seem to get anything going for themselves, especially when Astralis are just rinsing and repeating, just throwing the same strats at them round after round. It's very straightforward stuff coming out from Astralis. Now is the question of whether FaZe can kind of, because they went for the aggression on Dust 2, and they went for the aggression at the beginning of this half. Now, in a round where it's all on the line, do you go for another, you know, aggressive strategy, or do you continue to play passive when passive isn't really working for you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The problem is they keep starting these rounds, or they've had a bunch of rounds already where they've had the entries, and they still end up in some trouble here. Rain looking for an early pick device with the boost coming up here. It's so well known. They should be spotting for it, crouching in right underneath. There's the angle, and Device didn't see it. Rain didn't see it on his side either, but he just knew the angle well enough. Dupree got to open up on Fox, so still a 2-for-1 trade here, but this time it's favoring FaZe, so they should be able to use this. They should be able to get this round home.
The Incendiary's going to go out. There's the spot. Just a little bit of damage done. Just a tickle, and Jacob is going to be rotating in through Library and Dupree. All right, this is this is the next level play, going through his own smoke. He's looking for that flank. He's looking for that rotator to come over from the B site, and he may be able to just eviscerate the defense here if he can get into Library behind him, if he realizes, but no, or yes.
Oh, it's just a question of dumb timing at this point, and Dupree is going to get the better of it. And that kill, well, actually does kind of lead the rest of them into the two FaZe players here. Otherwise, if they'd gone B, it would have been even better. That's a nice shot from Kiyoshima. And look at this. Dupree sort of actually luring his teammate into a trap.
Yeah, all that work, that beautiful timing for nothing. Now at least it down to Zipnik's. I mean, very good in the clutch, but we'll see if he can pull this off. Rain is going to be able to rotate the top banana very quickly here. This question of whether Zipnik's will make it across in time. There's the flash. The timing is impeccable for Rain to just spot it out. So this will guarantee a bomb plant here for Xyp9x at least, but a 1v3 hold when they're coming in from both angles as well, Banana and CT, this is going to be very tough. And he just has to get this first shot, and he's not going to manage it. Rain with the spray, headshot, and the full defuse, no problem at all. And they should be able to save the op as well for Fox. So all in all, a good recovery for Faze in this round. Very well done. And all of that off of some cheeky play from Rain and Banana. Finally, they start putting that bottom banana smoke down, and then they go again for just a different variation to actually, you know, be ballsy enough to crouch in there and take that fight with Device. That was clever.
Well, 8-5, the 14th round, going to be coming up, and Astralis, I mean, however this turns out, they're still going to be quite satisfied with 8 rounds on the T side of Inferno. There should be enough. We saw how good they were on the CT side on Dust too, and I think if anything, they should be even better on Inferno. So
yeah,
still a long road ahead of Faze if they want to try and steal this map away here from the Astralis team. Fox, though, top banana, and again, this off angle he's kind of used before. The flash is going to go in, and he will miss the early shot. They're not going to try and follow it up, though. Only 3 of them were up there anyway, so might have been a bit too much of a risk. It will give them some top banana control. See what they're going to try and do with it. I don't think we've seen many sort of straight B executes here, have we?
No, not at all, actually. So, I mean, apart from Xyp9x rotating in, can't really remember the last time they went B, unless it was at the very beginning of the half. Astralis have definitely been avoiding it, so 14th round, 8-5. And yeah, Astralis, I mean, they could go for the B execute, but they really just seem to be focused on A, and it's, I mean, A is working, so they're probably thinking to themselves, why really change anything up? Do we need to really practice B, or should we just practice A and keep practicing A?
But on the Arch side, Rain is holding, and we've got AZ and Kiyoshima over by the pit here, and that double pit setup is just so powerful. So if they can kill Rain, then the sort of the strength of that setup is weakened quite a lot. But as long as Rain is still alive, it's going to be really tough, I think, for them to sort of wrap around the A-bomb side right now, if that is what they want to try and do. Karrigan setting up for a grenade that's going to land by a little pit. There's no one playing on that corner, but Rain actually does want to fall back there, and it makes his life just a little bit tricky. Putting in a lot of grenades, but the bomb is making its way back to B right now. So all of this is just a huge distraction here. They are making a lot of noise over there. Xyp going to be going down early. They're walking in. Karrigan has fallen as well. Fox, if he gets a kill, that should be it. Good defense being put up here, and that was about 3 seconds left when they were in that bomb site. So dupreeh gets the one, goes for a bit more here as time is running out. He survives the round at least. But, I mean, that was a very elaborate plan from Astralis. Maybe even too deep. They went too deep, Semler.
They went too deep into the meta. Like, outthought themselves, basically. Because I don't think that Faze are going to be overthinking things too much. I think they're going to be looking kind of straightforward. You know, like, get the headshots.
Like, what if we throw all of our grenades and 3 people into the A-bomb site and then try and rush B with 2? Karrigan going to get the refrag there onto Jacob. And AC going for a rather long spray here, but not quite going to be able to make it work. Still a 2-on-3, Karrigan and Xyp, and they're sort of trapped on this slope a little bit. Trying to see if they can maybe find their way out, but they just don't have the weapons here. It should be a 7-8 finish in favor of Faze, so kind of a good comeback at the end for them, but it just took too long to get it started.
Yeah, that's probably either Astralis overthinking things, getting complacent, a bit odd with how things worked out in the end, but this should definitely be Astralis with a pretty huge lead going into the second half. 8 starting CT side with 8 rounds. It's actually a real warm and fuzzy moment, but it's all about Astralis not losing their edge, not getting complacent. They just need to keep their nose to the grindstone, focus on locking down this pistol, focus on surviving the force buy that will come out of Faze, and, you know, keep going from there. Because they can just close this out. I mean, they got 10 rounds in a row at the beginning of their CT side on Dust 2, so Inferno, a bit more of a CT-sided map. It should be, you know, everything lining up for them to just completely crush Faze here.
And unlike Faze, Astralis have bought a defuse kit in the pistol round, which I think is a reasonable idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult if you don't have that. But Device going to get picked off early on there. Just the headshot coming through. Oh, and the counter.
All right, I like how it goes for like the flip with the knives too. You know, just like, yeah, that's right. I got this.
Karrigan here, he's got some backup inside the site. They could try and crossfire it, but Karrigan just gets overwhelmed, and dupreeh here just unable to hit the headshots. This is the problem with letting the Glocks that close, is that you really are reliant on getting just single clicks there. Cajun making up for it a bit, but he's going to get down by Kiyoshima. It's stolen one of the USPs, and Sip all alone, 1 versus 3. Even if he gets that kill on Kiyoshima there, there's still a long way to get back into the round for him.
He's got the kit, but Kiyoshima just comes out of nowhere and blindsides him. So 3 kills for Kiyoshima. I was about to say he had the kit, but no Kevlar, so getting into a long, drawn-out fight, definitely not part of Zip's plan. If he could have killed Kiyoshima, that would have changed things. He didn't know if there was a second man in pit, so that's the kind of nasty thing where he couldn't just rush up. He would still have to try and be careful. But, ooh, I like this from Astralis. Not going, they're taking a little bit of a step back. They were one of the first teams to really, prioritize saves in the second round and, move away from that buy meta that we've been seeing so much of, the forced buy meta. Astralis used to be the first to actually, okay, we're just going to buy a couple of nades, invest in pistols, but we aren't going to buy Kevlar, so we have more nades in the 4th round. So they're doing that again. I like it. Especially on Inferno. That really makes sense.
And these 4 smokes also tell you something about the architecture on Inferno, because the only map where you will see a terrorist team, or sorry, a CT team do this, buy 4 smokes in a follow-up round, just because there are so many choke points and there are so many places that you could maybe force someone to make a mistake, right? It doesn't seem like a lot, because you'd think Faze would just be waiting them out. But even if you're an experienced player and you're an experienced team, you sometimes will start to feel like, how do we know there's not going to be a 3rd smoke behind it? And we're running out of time. You see there in the middle. Now we're down to 50-some seconds, and it'll be 43 or something before they start to run, really sort of fade a little bit in the middle here. And they still have another 2 right. So if a 3rd smoke goes up in the middle, then how are they supposed to know that it's not just going to continue here? Smoke is fading, and they're trying to see if they can make their way through rain. Instant headshot on Dupree. So, very common and cool play coming out of Faze here. Actually taking a bit of damage at least. Bomb still far back.
Yeah, pretty impressed with Kerrigan. He's doing a lot of damage, and they just are not expecting this flank. And there it is, AZ falls to Device, who was lurking around in the pit. There's the flash as well. Does he spot the man on balcony? Yes, he does, and he gets a kill. And that drops the bomb! 10 seconds left! Can they actually pick up this bomb fast enough? They need to stay alive. No, they can't make it back! Are you joking?
Oh my god, he even gets picked up mid-air. Faze.
Oh, that's a catastrophe, dude. I was gonna say, are you joking me? But it doesn't have the same ring, right?
What an absurd way to lose a round. Seriously.
That kind of sums up this whole 2-map series between these teams right there.
But that's just so heartbreaking. That flashbang that he puts up, they just walk into it and he's like, oh, there's a guy on balcony who can't see a thing.
With 12 seconds left in the round, it's just like, get out. So Astralis are the ones to turn it around. They've got the 4 rifles on the board, a single SMG on Kerrigan, and then a force buy coming in from Faze for obvious reasons. They desperately need to bring this back. They cannot allow Astralis to get that CT economy running. So if they can find a kill here, that'd be pretty dandy. That'd be pretty nice. Instead, they'll find a face full of shrapnel. Astralis just feeling so generous right now.
The smoke's going up immediately. Spray coming through long range from Sip. Will end up taking out Fox. Great play from Jacob, though. He's jumping on top of the car to look over the smoke, and as he does, all he has to do is remember the position sort of roughly. You see him at it again here. It's a very, very good idea, but still 4-on-3. With Kiyoshima and Rain both tagged up a little bit, so it's still going to be rough. And if they try and get back, it's going to get even rougher, Semler. Even rougher.
Because guess what? Kerrigan is there, and he's got a wingman. So it's not just him. Should be a fair trade. Dupree will pick up the 1. Took him a little bit, but they've dropped a gun, so at least Faze have managed to get a rifle. If they can get the second one here, this would be pretty big. Dupree is out in the open, and there we go. Big spray coming in from Jacob. Takes out Dupree, plants it safe. And now the 1v2 where Device and Zipnix can kind of close in and pincer him. So we'll see. Can they actually pull this off? They are going to be grouping up together, which is the correct move to go for here. And Device leading the way. Zipnix close on his heels, and they spot him. But it is just going to be the wall bang and the clutch going Astralis' way yet again. Or do we not want to have Zipnix defuse that bomb just to be extra special safe?
No, just, give everyone a bit of a breather here. 10-8 being the scoreline. Faze with the bomb plant. I mean, it does help out their economy a bit, but only one of them would be able to buy AK and armor. So better, I think, to even out the money a little bit and try and see if they can't make that work. 19 kills on Dupree and Carrigan right now, and Cajun on 3. What's wrong, Cajun?
Cajun is, yeah, not having a good night. He wasn't having too much luck on Dust 2. Certainly not having too much luck here. Yeah. I'm sure he's not feeling too pleased about the outcome so far. Another face full of shrapnel, just all over the place. HEs. Faze, they're just trying to run in and force the situation. Unfortunately, that can be costly, especially when Carrigan gets 3 kills with an MP9. Thank you very much. 1,800 bucks in his pocket.
Not too bad of a way to start the round. He's looking for more. Very greedy play coming out there from Carrigan, but I guess he could afford it at this point in time. So 11-8, and you're right, he has 7,400. So he's going to be quite happy there, buying an AWP. Faze, where is the breakthrough going to come from?
I'm definitely, it's a little unfortunate to see Fox not being able to go for the AWP as well, considering he's been hitting shots all night with it. So they do lack the sniper rifle. Device, however, he gets dropped by the oh-so-generous Carrigan. And, well, look at this. Astralis, they're the ones going aggressive now. They're like, all right, you guys try to pull this on us. We'll go ahead and return the favor. You go ahead and line up. Even better.
Oh, look how smart that is. Actually, that won't work out, but it was a pretty good idea. It was Carrigan coming in to try and help out Dupree from the balcony up in apartments instead of just sticking around middle. But there was some more backup coming through. No scope from Device, not going to be working out. And actually, the aggression seems to work out in Faze's favor here, even though they did get the early shot there.
Yeah, was that a team flash that came out?
I'm not sure.
Blinded Dupree? I was curious. Or no, it wasn't Dupree there. It was Carrigan, wasn't it? Yeah, that was definitely a little curious to see.
If there hadn't been a member of Faze running up second mid to kill Carrigan, then I think Dupree would have probably been rescued from the cart there, and they would have had a 2-for-0 trade, and that would have been a little bit better. But yeah, nice round coming out of Faze here. Going to make it 9-11 as a scoreline, and Sip. Yeah, he's obviously going to be able to save the rifle, and they should be able to buy here. I think Astralis, they still have money from previous rounds, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they should still be all right. What is it, 55,
Sip going to drop for Carrigan. And then...
Yeah. They should still manage just fine. This still allows Sipnix to get a decent nade count. So, full buy for Astralis, and we'll see, can they just... Well, they tried to go for the aggression. They tried to you know, basically give FaZe a taste of their own medicine, but it's not going to happen this time around. Astralis, that ends up costing them. It sets them back around, but it's not over yet, and Device, you know, demonstrating some bunny hop skills. He's got the movement.
2 people here. I think, was that an early grenade from Cajun all the way from the back here? They really need Cajun to come alive in this match at some point here. Because otherwise, there was obviously a chance the FaZe could run this back, even on the terrorist side. Because they're almost playing 4 versus 5 at the moment.
Yeah. Seems like a dominant theme for the night, unfortunately.
It is. Crims disappeared in one of the Fnatic games.
Oh, what was that about?
For no good reason. Well, still so much time left, but heavy apartments control coming out of FaZe, and also top banana here. So they've got pretty much all of the map to themselves. Fox going to be flashed in for a second. Did he spot Sip there? He's right in the angle, so it seems like maybe they did, and they're wondering if he was going to try and make a run for it, but he's just cold as ice right now. A little bit of movement on the other side of the map as well for FaZe, just trying to see if they can maybe use some of the noise that's being made over here to catch someone from Astralis peeking anywhere.
As that Molotov gets donated. Dupree, he's holding quad. Triangle is still set up on this A site, but the bomb is waiting outside of B site. 28 seconds left, and the attempt of the wrap comes through. Device will pick up the first kill, and the man just makes it into the smoke. So there is going to be a little bit of a threat here for the rotators, but some great anti-flashes come through, and it's a complete and utter mop-up over here on the B site. Faze gets slammed. Jacob's game is up. He's been spotted. He's only got the 38 HP as well, so it is a perfect opportunity here for Astralis to lay him low. Device will take that fight straight up in the end and get 2 kills for himself. And a 12-9 scoreline. Astralis, you see, this is what Astralis are just going to be thinking now. When we did aggression, something that we aren't used to, we tried to get clever, didn't work. But if we sit back and wait, we're all hitting our shots just fine, so let's keep doing that.
And I mean, the money for Faze is just not there. There are a couple of members that would have had enough here, but instead, Tech9 upgraded pistols and just hope for the best because they're simply running out of rounds to play with. It is not quite now or never, but we're getting close to that point in time. Grenade coming out. Jacob just trying to hunt and rush down Dupree, but he was not going to be fast enough, and Device would have also been there, I think, on the flank to help out a little bit. Oh, that's one hell of a shot as Rain takes down Dupree. A good, strong opening now. Carrigan, this spray's not easy. There are going to be a lot of people around this corner. He picked up the first one. Has a little bit of a crossfire setup here, but they're still in a dangerous position, but they handle it so well. And Kiyoshima jumping down will finally get the kill on Carrigan, who took 3 of his teammates with him. And Kiyo, bomb is in the sight as well. He goes down to Sip. You can so easily get overwhelmed if you're up in that on that balcony, and even if the guy is down there, you know, getting the crossfire in, he can't just sort of blindly crossfire other because he could just hit you if they're jumping past, right? So you got to be a bit careful, but that worked out quite well. 13-9, and moving into the 8th round of the second half here. Carrigan nearly dropping a 30 bomb here.
Yeah, Carrigan with a really strong night. He's not leaving much for the others at all. Device on 11, Zipnix on 11. What is this? It's just the Carrigan show right now.
Yeah, Dupree trying to catch up. He's 19, right? But still,
I'll take that. I'm all right with Dupree, you know, doing some work. That definitely pleases me to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to wonder, they're beating Faze even with Cajun practically not being on the server, you know. He's just like a walking armory at this point, giving out some grenades every once in a while. Maybe putting in a couple of shots here and there. Going to be Sip going down to 8 health and still in that same position, so maybe he should just leave that be.
He's really trying to force that, right? Like, I will get that seized moment where they all just go leaping past, and I get to mow them all down. It'll be a harrowing round for them. They'll remember it for years.
Oh, good boost. This time, we normally see this on the archway side, but this time it's towards quad, so that probably is going to be kind of hard to predict that that's exactly what's happening, but nothing much comes of it, and they don't want to try and test the limits of that. Instead, they just go for the retreat. Still leaving one guy in the corner. I think that's Carrigan holding up there. Dupree going to be the one to try and catch their attention, and he certainly got Jacobs. Carrigan there with the double spray down. That could have been a triple as well. Dupree in the pit. And this round for Faze just not working out. His Device, clean kill on AZ. Kiyoshima, the last man left here. Gonna make it 14-9, favoring the Danish side, and don't know what Faze could do anymore. They don't have the money. They've got nothing going for them.
No, it's just, again, a wall of blue. 2 rounds picked up this half. The rest of it has just been Astralis. At least they're managing to, like, not allow Astralis to just, you know, get this crazy streak going, but they aren't able to chain rounds together, and so Astralis, their economy is not threatened. And Faze, they just keep feeling the heat. They're going to have to go in now and try and get the job done with just pistols and nades. And again, the spot from Dupree and a nice nade punish. Good damage dealt to him to start. But they still got a long way to go here, Faze, if they actually want to make this work. And this is one way to go for it. The big ballsy play. Just go straight out and try and challenge Zipnix, who's holding at the top of Banana.
Okay, now they have banana... Again, they've had banana control almost every single time, but they never do anything with it. This time they have Molotovs, they have smokes, and we're going to see a classic execute coming into this bomb side. The problem is there are grenades on the other side too. And if Zip, there's the Molotov coming out as well, so counter Molotovs, and they're running right into it. It's going to be a slaughter. Sip, he was tagged up earlier, but they just cannot make it through. A third man is rotated in, and Faze are going to get destroyed trying to run in. So 15-9, it is match point here for Astralis. They don't have it. 29 on Carrigan. Just one more kill.
One more kill.
How much do you want to bet he's not going to get it?
That's all he needs. Yeah, this is where, you know, Cajun B, who's been quiet the entire map, just going to come alive and get an ace. Just be like, Carrigan.
I don't know. I think it might be way past Cajun's bedtime at this point. You know.
He's trying to get onto all of our bedtimes, bro.
He's up here looking for the spray. Dupree steals it. Cajun gets one. He's going to be happy about that.
Come on, Carrigan. Like,
nah, I'm telling you, it's not happening.
No. It's going to happen because Faze are going to clutch this round. We're going to get another round. That's what's going to happen. They're just going to give him the opportunity to get another kill.
That certainly sounds like the talk of a sleep-deprived man somewhere. And this is pretty far gone. Device going to be pushing down. He does miss the shot. He's in the middle, Carrigan. There's 2 people left. Device going to be going down. He's got 29. Where's the last one? Why is nobody helping him here? Sip picking up another one, and Fox actually sacrificing himself in the fire. Carrigan, he's coming in here. He's got every chance of doing this. It's going to be the easiest shot in the world for the 30 bomb. There we go. Astralis going to win it. Carrigan gets his 30 kills. It's going to be a 2-0 for Astralis here this evening against Faze.
Yeah, congrats to Astralis on a very clean evening's work. And that pretty